Taurus, this March is actually an incredibly lucky month for you. Really looking at the stars, we do have a new moon in Pisces on March 10th. This is taking place in your astrological 11th house of hopes and wishes, as well as friendships and social networking. So this is a really good time to put your hopes and wishes out there, maybe even connect with new people, as there is a lot of synchronicity, and that very well could be coming through as opportunities or by meeting the right person at the right time. We do also have a very significant lunar eclipse at the end of this month. This is happening in Libra, which for you could be bringing some changes maybe to your health, wellness, or routines, and this could really be bringing some changes in the way that you structure your day-to-day life. If you're looking forward to this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification if you haven't done that already. That way you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, hello and welcome. My name is Michael, and I utilize a tried and true method of combining tarot and Western or tropical astrology to intuit accurate monthly forecasts for your zodiac signs. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive and would like to book a personal reading or distance Reiki session with me, you can find a link for my website as well as all of my other social media accounts in the description of this video. So some interesting cards already came out for you, Taurus. I will shuffle more in just a moment, but we actually do have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles coming out as a past influence for you. And it feels like some of you may be anxious about work or some sort of project, or I'm actually seeing like a deadline as well. I'm almost getting like this preoccupation with time. And so I sort of feel like you've been a little stressed out, or maybe just kind of struggling, maybe restless. I feel like something has kind of been keeping you up at night, almost quite literally looking at these cards and really tuning into the energy. So I do want to get to the bottom of this. What can we do about this and really see what else comes through for you? And as I'm shuffling, I'm just going to give my quick reminder that these are general messages, meaning not all of these messages are going to be meant for you specifically. It's up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your own life and what should be left behind for somebody else. And if this video just does not resonate with you at all, it's totally fine. It doesn't mean that anything went wrong. It simply wasn't meant for you at this time. You are more than welcome to check out my channel for your moon or maybe rising sign. There could be some messages for you there as well. So what do we have? What do we have for Taurus? We do have the Page of Coins with the Chariot coming in, and it feels like, again, you are working very hard towards something, and it's like I almost get the sense like you are working until you see something through to the end. And that's kind of how you've been moving through maybe this stressful period or this very busy period. I almost feel like some of you had some sort of setback on like a project or at work, and that was something that was kind of stressful, and now you are kind of just taking charge and doing what you can. You're actually being very humble about this as well. I'm actually looking down at the clock and it is 5:55, so there could be some big change happening or shift happening in your life right now. So it really does give me this sense like, yeah, you are working towards something and you are very in control of it. Even if things haven't necessarily gone the way that you wanted to, you're getting a handle on things and you're kind of getting out of this dread mode and more in like a productive energy, or more proactive, I guess is another way of thinking of this. And like, how can I take control of my life? How can I take control of my finances? Because I feel like you've been working very hard trying to make things happen. Interesting. We do have the Empress with the Knight of Swords coming out together, which we love to see. So this does feel like, yes, there is some abundance coming in for you this month. Maybe connecting with Libra or Taurus energy, actually Gemini energy. So I'm getting like Taurus, Gemini cusp. Maybe there's something happening around that time as well, but it feels like you are really working towards something, and maybe there's some sort of deadline around that time. You'll have to let me know if there is like a deadline or like something that is due around that time. It just feels like this kind of recurring message. I'm thinking specifically like end of May. So that's very interesting. What else do we have for Taurus? Something coming in for around your birthday, actually. Um, Interesting. We do have the Hermit as well. Why is the Hermit here? The Hermit with the King of Wands, going within to find your fire. It feels like... Interesting, Taurus. I feel like a lot of you have been trying to almost talk yourself out of doing something that you want to do. And you've had a change of heart or a change of mind, and now you're kind of rushing to catch up to something here, or you're really trying to make something happen quickly. And I actually do think you have the potential to be successful with that, but it feels like there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot that is happening right now. Yeah, looking at this Hermit, this often is connecting to that inner light, that lantern, finding that guidance. And it feels like you're kind of doing something either in a solitary way, or you're kind of just spending time by yourself. You might be co-working with other people too, but this feels more like you're kind of doing your own things, because for some reason I just feel like you're very hyper-focused on something, Taurus. What is all of this about? What is all of this about? We do have the Nine of Cups coming out. So yes, you are working on something that you are actually quite passionate about, something that is intrinsically valuable to you, maybe something that you are creating. And it feels like there is this pressure or this, again, time crunch to do something, but there's a lot of flow here as well. Or it's important to tap into that flow state, because I feel like you are getting an incredible amount of work done in a very short amount of time. And I kind of feel like that's a message some of you need to hear, like, especially if you're worried about time, which I don't know why. It feels like that is a huge worry for you. You have the ability to get an incredible amount of work done in a very short amount of time, and that may be something that you achieve by even just taking 15-20 minutes to meditate each day. And I know sometimes for myself, it feels really hard to take that time out of my day to meditate, but I know when I give myself that time, it makes me all the more productive and focused, and it helps me get a lot more done. So I feel like that is something that a lot of you are needing to hear. Don't totally neglect yourself as well, and don't burn yourself out. That is something that you could potentially be doing with this lunar eclipse at the end of this month. There may be something impacting your health or wellness here. There could just be some change to your day-to-day life or routine as well. But I do feel like it's important that you don't burn yourself out. And wow, we have the Emperor coming in for the future. You are coming into an incredibly powerful place. And I feel like you are going to be recognized in some way, especially with all of this Pisces energy right now. It's like whatever it is that you're trying to put out into the world, or whatever it is that you are intending to create, I feel like many people will take notice. Many people are going to see it. So if you're, again, creating something, I feel like there are a lot of people who are going to resonate with it. And the Emperor overall is a very powerful energy. It's very secure, very stable. You are stepping into this energy for yourself, Taurus. And we do have the Empress kind of showing up very central to this month as well. So you are stepping into your power. You are stepping into yourself. And there is this growth. There's a lot of growth that is happening, and it feels very unexpected. It's like you're so in the process of something that you're kind of taken by surprise with just how well you do. What else do we have? What else do we have? You know, I'm looking at the Empress and the Emperor, and I feel like I need to ask about relationships because this is sometimes like a pair. What's going on in relationships for Taurus? We do have the Page of Cups, so there might be maybe some romantic messages or a new person that you're connecting with that it just feels like very sweet, or there could just be this sweet energy in relationships, or even just having a heart to heart with somebody. You know, even if you're not in a relationship right now, it feels really lovely, very sweet. What do we have for Taurus with relationships? Any messages for love and relationships? Interesting. We do have the Tower actually coming out as well. And it's kind of funny because I did feel like it's interesting that this Page of Cups came out because there's a lot of things happening at once. And that's just really how I'm interpreting this actually. Like either you or another person or both of you just have a lot going on and maybe there's some sort of delay between the two of you. Or like rescheduling that is happening between the two of you. I also feel like you're having a spiritual download about relationships and attachments, just looking at this Tower. Interesting. Nine of Wands. Yeah, someone's going through a lot. Could be a Scorpio or Aries energy here with the Tower. It feels like honestly what this is just giving me, Taurus, is like yeah, things are kind of stressful or things are sort of hard or there's like a challenging thing, but there's also like sweet moments in that, which is very interesting. I feel like someone is going through some sort of ending or major life change, and like it is just kind of needing to see things through to the end. Wow. Yeah, there may be a relationship for some of you that is like ending, or someone who you are connecting with is having a relationship that's ending. Um, but it's weird because it feels like there's this new energy. There's a new person. Or maybe there's just this ending that is happening for a person you are connecting to. Obviously, like, these messages are going to be different for each of you because you're in different places. I feel like for some of you who have gone through a breakup or are in the process of a breakup, maybe even like a divorce or something that's kind of been complicated or messy, I do get the sense like there might be someone new in the horizon, which is kind of interesting. Um, and that's kind of giving you just a little bit of hope or something to kind of look forward to. It's kind of helping you move forward and just sort of see like there are other people out there. Um, for others of you in relationships, this could be like you are just you're connecting with someone who is going through like a really challenging period. Something is ending for them. I'm actually hearing like the death of something. I don't have the death card out, but I feel like someone might be losing someone close to them, and you're kind of like supporting someone through that grieving process or just through like maybe the death of something else. So that's very interesting and specific. Um, and I mean, for those of you who just aren't connected with anyone at all, maybe you're just going through some sort of transformational cycle, and like, I still feel like there's someone new or someone who there's kind of like this flirty, sweet energy with. And again, that's just kind of supporting you, even if you're not super close with this person. And we do have the Four of Wands, so this could be someone that you are connecting with or celebrating something with. Someone who's kind of cheering you on or cheering you up. Because you will be successful with something this month. And again, I really do feel like Taurus, like right now, it's like, yeah, there's something cute and sweet here, but it's like you have bigger fish to fry. There's something more important going on right now. I feel that. Like I almost don't get a lot of energy in relationships for you because there's just something really massive, something really big taking place. Wow, and we do have the Eight of Wands. Something is happening faster than you realize. Again, there could be some sort of messages or messages that you're receiving from somebody. I still get downloads with the Eight of Wands. That's so weird. You could be getting downloads about a relationship or like a relationship that is coming in the horizons, and maybe that's why some of you might be ending a relationship or in the process because you know there is someone more compatible for you out there and you kind of need to open up. I don't know why I'm getting so, like, there's something about downloads and relationships, and maybe you and another person are getting similar downloads as well. Are you feeling like someone's coming into your life? Are you feeling like there's a new relationship in the horizon, even if things feel like really challenging right now? I would love to hear that for you, Taurus. Yeah, I feel like there's just really big feelings. Anything else for Taurus? Any other messages? We do have the Fool. So you are going through a new beginning, and I'm going to be honest, I feel like March is kind of just like a really busy month. And then I think by the end of April, when we have Uranus, which is the Fool, coming together with Jupiter, that's actually happening in your sign. This is going to bring a lot of new beginnings, new energies, and I think you're already starting to feel that with the new moon in Pisces on the 10th of this month. Tell me more about this Fool. It just honestly feels like a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really feeling like there's almost this urgency with something. Interesting. We do have the Two of Cups showing up here as well. So there is, I think there really is a relationship or like a heart-to-heart conversation, something that's like, you're not going through something alone anymore. Interesting. Any other messages for Taurus? Anything that Taurus should be aware of? Six of Swords. You just kind of have to keep looking forward right now, Taurus, because you are moving into something better. There's more stability in the horizon. You are kind of leaving some stormy waters behind you. Maybe you're still kind of in a bit of a storm in this transition now, but there is something that you are moving towards. And honestly, it feels more like April. So March is really a month where you're kind of just persevering and doing what you can, taking care of yourself in the ways that you can. Because I do feel like you are coming into a turning point. Anything? Is it this one? Anything else? Anything else? Interesting. We do have the Three of Cups as well. Again, this is also connecting to friends, and this Three of Cups is just giving that kind of 11th house energy. You know, social support. I feel like the universe is supporting you through a difficult time by sending new people into your life. It's interesting though, because I actually do feel like it could be like a romantic interest for some of you. But I think it's just really important that you are connecting to friends, connecting to like-minded people. Interesting. I'm actually getting this message for some of you, like, there is a relationship that is coming in during a time when it feels like your sense of worth might be very injured. Like your life feels kind of messy and it's not necessarily happening in the time you think it would. So something is happening in a very unexpected way. Um, that's really just, I think, what Spirit is trying to communicate here. Because there's a lot of like twists and turns with these cards, I have to admit. Um, but you are worthy of love and support, and in fact the people who support you in those periods are the people who really have your back, you know. So I feel like there are very genuine people, genuine connections coming in and like really showing themselves to you at this time. Any other messages for Pisces? I am going to pull, or sorry, for Taurus, I am going to pull an animal card for you. Actually, I want to pull a color card for you. I really like to pull these cards because they kind of give you something to work with. They're color healing cards. I will read this directly from the book, but you are more than welcome to use these colors and frequencies in any way that your intuition leads you to. But what is the healing color? What is the healing frequency for Taurus this month? Because I do feel like it's a bit of a stressful one, or you've been going through some stressful things. So I want to give you something that can kind of support you. Interesting. We do have Azure. Protect yourself. Interesting. So some sort of protective energy. It is also very connected to the throat as well. What else do we have? Blue. Activate your healing power. So again, the throat chakra coming in very, very strongly. I feel like a lot of you are just, like, blue is a very healing color for you, and a lot of you are finding healing by expressing something, and also by telling people your boundaries. Putting boundaries out for yourself. That is something that is very, very protective to your energy. So yeah, working with that blue color. I feel like a lot of you have a blue shade in your aura as well. I'm thinking more like blue, even into indigo. And so kind of, you know, a lot of empaths need to work with boundaries and with protection, because you might be in a very vulnerable state right now and like you're in a healing process. This is what I'm getting. For those of you who are healing, make sure that you are being very selective with the people that you are connecting with, because there are people who's supporting you, but there's also some people that I think you kind of need to distance yourself from, or just like, you know, kind of deprioritize right now. Prioritize the people who are supportive to you in this sort of healing or transition. And I am going to read these. What do we have for Azure? Azure. Azure purifies your aura and strengthens your connection to the divine, leading you to discover your truth and empowering you to make important life choices. Immerse yourself with azure rays to protect yourself from negative, dense energies and to find your center. Breathe in azure rays of light to feel safe and secure, imagining an azure bubble of light that surrounds and protects you. Say, I ask divine healing, light, to surround me with love, peace, and healing. Please bar any dense energy from entering my space and affecting me. Thank you. Do this for yourself and your loved ones whenever you would like some added protection. And I think do this for your loved ones. That also feels like something to kind of support anyone who's going through something challenging right now in your life. There's kind of that protective energy. And also, again, like protecting your space. Some of you may need to clear out your space of some sort of energy. We have blue. Blue activates your healing powers, increases vitality, and has a calming effect when people feel nervous, manic, or overexcited. It also contains antiseptic qualities that heals burns, stops bleeding, and relieves fevers. Blue can even increase your metabolism. Use the blue sword of light to assist you in healing your body. Imagine you have a blue sword of light. At the tip of the sword, there is a blue star, which has incredible healing power. When the star touches any area that is sick, it dissolves the sickness out of your body. Use the blue sword of light to relieve fevers, stop bleeding, heal burns, and clear skin problems. So this is very interesting because I did feel like there was maybe something with health. So there quite literally could be something that you were healing energetically. I was even picking up with Azure, like maybe doing something with Reiki or energy healing. For those of you who do feel so called, I do offer that as well. It doesn't have to be through me though. There's a lot of ways to do energy healing, but I feel like that is something that could be very supportive for you right now. And for those of you who are just going through something emotional, this blue ray doesn't just have to be that physical thing. I know it talks about using that blue sword to kind of go to physical parts of your body, but you can also connect that to the mind, you can connect that to the heart, or wherever you're feeling some sort of energetic imbalance or emotion in your body, you can heal emotionally using blue as well. So yeah, a lot of healing, a lot of like, again, I still think there's something important here with the throat chakra. So that is something that I think is kind of a source of power for you right now. Speaking your truth, even asking for support and assistance. There is something lucky that is coming for you. And it's almost like your faith is being a little bit tested. Your moment will come. I'm really, really hearing that. And it's coming faster than you realize and in a very unexpected way. Anyways, Taurus, those are all the messages I have for you this month. I do hope that this was helpful. I hope that it wasn't too heavy. Again, this may not be a message for everybody, but I'm just going to trust that it reaches the people that it is meant for. And again, I am sending lots of beautiful energy your way. You can find links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions, which you can book on my website or even order in my online store. I'm actually running a little sale this month. And you can also watch the other videos, maybe for your moon or rising sign. Does help me continue putting out these channels, helps that algorithm. So I appreciate any support that you give this channel. And I will see you all next time. Take care, sending lots of beautiful energy your way. Goodbye, Taurus.